Hello dear student, I welcome you in the lecture series of Fundamentals of Data Structure. In last session, we have covered that what is stack and how the stack data structure is performed and what kind of different operations we can able to perform on that stack. Let's start to implement that stack. As we have seen that the stack can be implemented by two ways, by using array and by using linked list. In today's session, we will implement the stack using sequential organization, that is by using array. And let's see how do we perform such different operations on that stack. At the end of this session, I expect my student will be able to implement the stack by using array. Let's start with the stack. We know that the stack is a collection of similar type of element, or also we can say the stack is a linear data structure. But the constraint is we can perform insertion, deletion operation at only one end, and that end is pointed by using top index. So we can perform such a different operation on the stack is push means to insert that element, pop to delete that element, pick means we'll get that the topmost element is full to check whether the stack is full. If it is full, it returns true. Is empty. If stack is empty, it returns true. Okay, like this way we can able to perform these different kinds of operation on that stack. Okay, let's see about the peak. So initially we need to declare the stack first, means we have to consider a stack as an array. So assume that we are going to maintain that our stack is a collection of integer. So for this reason that we have declared what is the size of our array, means our stack. Let I say that integer e will be represented as a stack. Okay, so like this way I declared integer e, or we can say the stack which consists of maximum 10 integer elements on here. Means our array E will be worked as a stack. So what is the size of stack? The size of stack is that we can maximum able to store that 10 elements. Then what we need to do? If in this example we have declared the stack X is of 5 elements, means among this instead of E, let we say that we have declared the stack X is consist of only 5 elements. Then we can say that the top is equal to -1, which indicates that the stack is empty. So initially our top is points to that -1, means the stack is empty. Okay, then we have to perform that operation is the pick. That the pick is what? Pick is the operation which gives us the element which is present at the top of that stack. But we are not removing that element. Means if assume that my stack is containing that element is 10, okay, assume that 20, fine, then third element is on the stack is 30, right? Now the top is pointing to this 20, 2 index, as there is the index of our topmost element. So top is containing the 2 value, right? Then when we say that we perform that pick, that the pick will simply return what is the value is present at the stack of that top. So what is your top is 2. So it simply returns that the top value is 2, means that the stack 2. What is the stack 2? The value is 30. So 30 value will be returned. So pick only gives us the topmost element of that stack, but it is not changing the position of top, means it is not removing that value. Then what does it mean that it's full and is empty? Let's allocate the memory is of 5 elements and top is initially -1. Is full means indicates that the stack limit is over. Means we are going to check that if your top is pointing to that our maximum elements, then we can say our stack is full. Means if assume that the stack is containing 5 elements, if our top is equals to 5, then we can say that we cannot insert that element to that particular stack. Why? Because the elements have been pushed in such a way that your stack is completely full. There is no space to push the value onto that stack. So in this case, if we say that the stack X is containing the maximum 5 elements. So elements are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And again, if I want to perform some operation like a push, okay, means I would like to insert that element, let that element is suppose again 60, then we cannot able to insert. Why? Because your top is equals to that maximum size. Means if your top is becomes your that 5, then we can say that it returns true. Means is full is the function which returns the either true or false value. Similarly, is empty. If your top is less than 0, then we can say the stack is empty. Let's start how we can insert that element into the stack. The logic behind is that first of all we need to check whether the stack is full. If stack is full, then we need to produce an error and we should come outside. If the stack is not full, then we need to increment the top which points to the next empty space. Then we need to add the item or we can say element to the location where the top is pointing, and it returns that we have successfully insert that element onto that stack. Let's see that if you want to insert that element onto that stack, then first step is we need to check whether the stack is full or not. If it is full, then we need to display the message that stack is overflow, means we cannot push the element onto that stack. But if the stack is not empty, means still we are having a space where we can insert that element. In that case, first we need to increase the top index and then we need to add the element where the top is pointing. So this is the pseudocode we can see. So here, if my stack, maximum elements in the stack is 10. So we can able to element if we are saying that array is there, right? So array index is always starts with 0. Means our if we say start with the array element always starts with 0 to 9. If my I'm saying that my stack can able to store only 10 elements, means if my stack top is greater than or equals to 10, then we need to display that the stack is overflow, means we cannot able to push the element onto that stack. Otherwise, what we need to do, we need to increase the top and then wherever the top is pointing, that item will be inserted. That item is nothing but that which is given to this X. So let's see that how the push works. So initially, we need to check that the top is equal to -1, right? Means we have to say that -1 is less than or is equal to n. N indicates the maximum elements of my array. Then assume that we are saying that the element we want to push is 100. Then what we have to do? First of all, we need to increase the top by 1. So top is equal to 0. So at the stack of 0, we can push that element 100. If again say we have to push 300, the top value is again increased by 1, whereas we are getting that space, right? And we can insert that element. If we say we have to say that push 200, then again we can check is the stack full? No. Top was 1. 1 is less than 5? Yes. Then we can say that the stock is not full. Then we need to increase the top by 1. The top was initially pointing to here 1. Now top is increased by 2. And then we need to insert that element wherever the top is pointing. If we say push 500, we can insert. And now we say that push 400. Now stack top is what? It containing the 4 index, means maximum at the 4th index or in an array we can say that 400 will be inserted. And now we have to push that 600. Then we need to check that is the stack full. The condition of the stack full is that top is less than maximum size. Then we can say we can insert that element. But here in this case we are getting that the top is greater than or equals to 4, then we can say that the stack is full. Then we need to display that the stack is full and we can't insert that element onto that stack. So what we have done, we checked every time the stack is full. If it is full, how we can say the stack is full? By comparing the value of your top. Okay, the top, if the top is less than n minus 1, means the maximum elements minus 1, then we can perform that by increasing the top and add that element. So we have performed that push operation. Now in this case our top is what? 4. So 4 is less than or equals to n minus 1, right? Means 4 is less than or is equal to 4. Yes, means what we can say that condition is false. So what we are getting that we are saying that the stack is full and we can't insert that push operation or insert that element. How we can perform that deletion of that element? Now, if our stack is empty, then we cannot delete that element. So, before performing that pop operation, we need to check that whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, then we need to produce the error and we need to come outside that program. But if stack is not empty, then we need to select the topmost element and then we need to decrease top by 1. So what we are saying that in the pop operation, first of all check stack is empty. If it is empty, display the error message. If stack is not empty, then we need to access the topmost element which is pointed by top variable and then decrease the top by 1. Let's see that how we can perform, right? So we have to check that stack is empty or not. If the stack is not empty, then we are displaying, if the stack is not empty, then we are displaying the element is being deleted and then we need to decrease the top by 1. So like this way, we can able to perform this pop operation. Means to perform this pop operation, your top must be always greater than -1, means your stack should not be empty. Let's see. Assume that our stack top is 4 and when we say pop, so what does the pop? Element whichever pointed by top will be deleted. Means we have said that 400 is deleted and then decrease top by 1. Again we perform pop. Then what happened? The element means top is what? 3. 3 is greater than -1. Yes, means the stack is not empty, right? So we can say that we can delete this 500 and top is decreased by 1. Now stack top is pointing to 200, right? Means it is containing the index of 200 value, that is top is 2. Then also we can say pop, then that element is deleted and the pop is decreased by 1. Again we are saying top is decreased by 1. Now top is 0. Means what? There is a one element, right? Where 100. That means the top is pointing or containing the index of 100 element. That is top is 0. So when we say the pop means what? That 100 will be popped up and top will is decreased by 1. Now top becomes -1. Again if we say pop, then what happened? We are getting that top is not greater than -1. So we need to display the error is stack underflow. We can't delete the element. So like this way, we have seen that the how we can perform that push and pop. Now we are interested that how many elements are present in that stack. So we can able to display the elements of that particular stack. Now, how we can say that how many elements are there? Yes, with help of the top variable, we can easily identify that how many elements are in the stack. Assume the case is that we are going to take a one variable that is a counter variable. That counter is initially points to top. So top is what? 2. Means we are saying that counter is pointing to 2. Then what we need to do? We need to simply display the element which is present at the stack count and then count is decreased by 1. Then we are going to display the value 20. Again count is decreased by 1. Then again we are going to display the value 10. Now count is decreased by 1. So now the count value becomes -1, right? Means this condition is false, right? Until you will not get the count is equals to -1, we need to perform that, display that element and count is decreased by 1. So by this logic, we can able to display the stack. So this is the reflection quiz now. So dear student, kindly see the question and let's we identify that what is the output of this question. Let me first that what is happening in this program. Yes, here it indicates that we are saying that a array will be worked, right, as in stack, right, which is containing the maximum 0 to 24 elements we can able to store, right. Then while I is 1 means while I is 0, right. So we are saying that the push 0 means 0 to 10 values will be pushed, right. And then when we say performing that operation is pop, pop and pop, right. So we are having that element where 10, sorry, element where 9, 8, 7, 6 and so on, right. So when we say pop means 9 will be deleted, again pop 8 will be deleted, again pop means 7 will be deleted. So what is the value of peak? Yes, the peak is containing 6. So while we are analyzing this operation, then we can say that for performing this push and pop operation and also to identify that how many elements are there means what is the element at the stack top. So we are required only one complexity. So here we can say that we always have to insert and remove the data from the stack top means we require only one step to process. But if you want to search the element from that particular stack, then definitely if how many elements are there, depending upon that, okay, the search operation complexity will be analyzed. So let me summarize the session. So we have seen that initially we need to declare the stack as an array, and top will be assigned to -1. That means the top is empty. When the top is equal to max size -1, then we can say the stack is overflow, means we cannot perform some operation. If the top is 0, then we can say that the stack contains only one element, right? When we are saying that when we are saying that the stack is -1, means that indicates the stack is full. What is the problem if we implement the stack by using array? The problem is we can say that the stack size is limited. If I have declared then I want to store the stack of 5 elements, so we have declared integer stack of 5. Means while I'm running the program, I can able to only store maximum 5 elements. But if I want that 10 elements will be in that stack, then what we need to do? Again, we need to, at the compile time, as we have declared the array, then we need to go to your program and change that particular size. But if we are going to use, then it is very easy to implement and memory will be saved, right? So for that reason that we can, solution is that we can able to implement this assignment, or we can start by using dynamic array or with help of linked list. So in next section, we'll see how we can implement the stack by using linked list, and we'll see that how the different applications of the stacks will be performed. So thank you. Happy learning.